my right is Chef Gavin Kaysen. Hey, man.
Hey, how are you?
Good. Thanks for being here.
Of course.
All right, now let's go through the accolades. So, James Beard Rising Star 2008.
Yeah.
Bocuse d'Or competitor and judge forever.
Yeah. Too long.
Too long.
Yeah.
Owner of Spoon and Stable, Demi, and
Belcourt Bakery.
Belcourt Bakery, named after the gorgeous main street in Lyon, where your mentor is from. Food and Wine's top 10 chefs in America. Just on and on and on and on. And a decent Midwestern boy on top of it all. So I want to start with your mentor, Danielle Boulud, was seminal in your career. Yeah.
It started way back. So when I was 24 years old, I was the chef at a restaurant in San Diego called El Bizcocho. And I decided in the first Christmas that I would send Christmas cards and letters to every famous chef in the country. And the intention back then in my mind was maybe someday I'll meet them. You know, in reality, I don't think I ever really took on the spirit of what I was doing, which was really sort of manifesting this idea of not only meeting them, but maybe eventually being mentored by one of them, working for one of them. And so part of that was part of the journey, because it gave me courage to understand that whatever name you were, or whatever accomplishments you had achieved, it didn't take away from the humanity of what the reality of this business was all about. So working for Danielle really kind of came down to, I always say, like, it came down to the power of one decision. I wrote Danielle a letter in 2005 requesting a stage at Restaurant Danielle. So I was going to work for him for a week, for free, of course, and I just wanted to learn from him. So I got to know Danielle a little bit during that time, and there was definitely a connection that we had created, and then we created a friendship, and then I did Bocuse d'Or, which was in 2007, and represented the United States then, and I would send Chef all of my menus, I would have him look over it, I would test out recipes there. Anytime I would do media dinners in New York City, he would host them. It's interesting, if you think of the lineage of Danielle, I mean, he trained with Paul Bocuse, and Bocuse trained with Fernand Point, and Fernand Point trained with Escoffier.
Right.
I trained with Danielle.
Yeah.
If you just look at the lineage of the chef world and what that means and how important it is to pass this down generation to generation and mentor to mentee, and why that's so important, you know, I think the profession that they grew up in was an industry. And in many respects, there were very few that used it as a craft. And we have now positioned and been changed, and we are at a crossroads, right? We are given an opportunity to take it from the craft to the industry and turning it into an actual profession. You know, we have a lot of work to do in our profession to professionalize what it is that we do. And to do that, you have to have mentors, you have to have mentees, you have to have technique, you have to have schools, you have to have great equipment. I mean, there's a lot of things that you need to be able to have, but at the end of the day, you really need great teachers, right? You need people to be able to take you in, have the patience, teach to you what it is that you need to learn in order to be better, and then get you to that highest level, and then either let you go or move you up in your organization.
Right.
And it has to be one or the other. And honestly, I think it's actually more important today than it was in the past. Because it's easy to be distracted by what is better out there. We all have phones. We all have a very easy way to distract our minds by going on Instagram or Twitter or TikTok or whatever other platform there is to say, I don't really want to think about things. Let me just look at this. And while that's great, it gives you an image of what you think you want, when in fact, everything you want is really in front of you. You just got to get it.
Yeah.